Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Abdullah Mason becomes boxing's youngest world champion, 21 years of age. He wins the vacant WBO lightweight title by just winning this attritional war with Sam Noakes. And I thought Mason would stop Noakes. I obviously didn't give Noakes enough credit. I had this 116, 112 to Mason. I think the two of the judges had it 115, 113, which was closer than I had it, but the other one had it 117, 111, which was wider. So it was clearly a win for Mason. Excellent fight, real sort of one of those attritional wars that you just get, you know, every moment of every round has to be earned by whoever wins it. Mason, southpaw, 21 years of age. Noakes, orthodox, 28. Both were undefeated. Noakes had 17 wins, no draws, no defeats. Mason had 19 wins with 17 KOs, no draws, no defeats. And sharper punching, yeah, definitely. The southpaw sort of razor-sharp reflexes, nice, precise punching, good footwork, uses his dimensions well. Sam Noakes, he's got 15 KOs in 18 wins. He's more of a standard pressure fighter. Cuts the ring off very well. Hooks very, very well to the body. Did not do enough of that in this fight. The one who showed exemplary body punching was Abdullah Mason, to be honest with you. Yeah, just a really, really good, a really good fight and a really good performance by Mason. And this was actually pretty competitive. I think I had it 4-3 to Mason after 7. And then Mason sort of pulled away. Noakes made it tough, but the 10th round was hellish for Noakes. He did not hit the floor at any point in the fight, but my God, he came close in the 10th round. Staggered back to the ropes. And again, I think it was the body punching that started the avalanche. But with Abdullah Mason, he fires such precise, well-schooled, educated combinations that sometimes when he lands the combo, you think, well, which is the punch that really hurt the opponent? His body work was excellent. His uppercut was very good as well. Noakes, as he grew more tired, was sort of leaning somewhat over the front foot. High guard at all points of the fight, Noakes. But as you get tired, you do sort of sag forward without even realising. And a couple of the early rounds, there was some lovely right hands, lovely left uppercuts and right hands landed by Mason. I definitely think that that Noakes should have punched the body more, but that is not to say that. I mean, on occasion when he did land to the body, he was kind of troubling Mason a little bit. Yeah, thinking back, I thought that had he done that, doesn't necessarily mean he'd have won, but he'd have given himself a better chance of winning, as they say. So, Noakes, there was a clash of heads. Was it the 3rd round? Noakes was left with a very bad slice underneath the eyebrow, it didn't look good. You were thinking, oh, it's going to get stopped. In fact, the corner controlled the cut very well. Noakes was also getting bust up to the mouth and the nose. Though it has to be said that Mason himself finished the fight with a bloody nose, blood on his lips, blood coming out of his mouth. He also had a knot on his forehead, Mason. I don't know whether that was from a clash of heads, but there was a lot of good work going on here, a lot of good work. And Mason, I suppose, would say, well, I beat him at his own game. I fought him. I didn't just beat him, I beat him up. There is some truth to that, if you want to, but he made it harder for himself. And it's okay, he got away with it against Noakes, but Abdullah Mason, yeah, you've got to sell tickets, you've got to be entertaining, you've got to put yourself in the shop window. I get it, and he's only 21, so he's probably got that sort of youthful verve about him. But you want to be a little bit careful now that you've got a belt. If you fight your mandatories or unifications, if you're going to go for the undisputed title. Okay, that's fair enough, but I don't like to see people neglect their skills. Probably as he gets a bit older and wiser, he'll realise that fights don't have to be this tough. Because I think if he had stuck to his skills, no, it would not have been as entertaining. But I think he'd have probably outboxed Noakes a bit better. On the other hand, we like to play devil's advocate on this channel. You could say that Noakes forced Mason into a more of a brawl, not a brawl, but a bit more of a rough and tumble match than he wanted. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But there's no doubt that Noakes should have whacked the body more. He didn't have all the same amount of punches, the same punch selection, or the same refinement of punch that Mason had. But he'll probably look back and think, oh, I could have done a bit more body work. I perhaps could have put a bit more pressure on early. And it's so much easier said than done, of course. But yeah. Yeah. But it was a very real grinding, tough fight. Go and have a look at it. You will not be disappointed. Very, very entertaining fight indeed. And now we got the WBO lightweight champion, who is none other than 21-year-old Abdullah Mason. He's got the world at his feet, hasn't he? Don't blow it, kid. Just live the life. Stay in the gym. And you might just end up one day in the Hall of Fame. If you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I always say that, don't I? But if you did, I always appreciate your support. And leave some comments below. What do you think of this fight? And how far do you think Mason can go? Right? What about Noakes? Do you think he's got a world belt in him, or is he going to drop down to European level? He looks to me like a top 12 lightweight. Mason, top 5 maybe. Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Leave them below, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.